Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Corbin.
And I'm Dr. Madrano.
And today we're going to talk about our path through undergrad. Tell me about the first day.
Yeah, first day of college. So I'm at Loyola Marymount University. What worked out very well was I knew someone, a friend from middle school, elementary school. He was my roommate, right? Uh-huh. So we get there the night before, right? And we're getting situated, getting stuff moved in. We got our little mini fridge.
Oh yeah.
Everything's looking good. First day, wake up. I think I probably had a little bit of jitterbugs kind of in the morning, maybe even the night before. I get really kind of anxious with these like big milestone kind of events, whether it be a first day back, a big exam.
Yeah.
So I was probably a little nervous, and it's all kind of a blur because this has been 10 years plus ago, but.
Isn't that crazy?
I couldn't even tell you what I was wearing or where my mindset was, but I think generally overall just kind of like nervous, excited but nervous, excited to meet new people but like nervous about the new just environment, right?
Yeah. For me, the first day, we'll kind of backtrack to first moving in.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, I was blessed. My good friend from kindergarten was my roommate. So we went to kindergarten, middle school, high school, played soccer and like all these different sports like all the time. And then he was my roommate for all 4 years of undergrad. So the first actual day of school, again, it's been so long at this point that I don't necessarily remember, which is kind of crazy. But the one thing I can remember, and I don't know if this was the first day or probably within the first week, but so I was a biochem major, and I was in intro to biology or something like that.
Okay.
And it's in one of these large, huge auditoriums with like just so many freshmen at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, like 100 rows probably or more, right?
And it's just filled to the top. And I sat at the very front, front row. And I remember the professor was like, "How many of you guys want to be doctors?"
Oh, okay.
And at the time, again, I was thinking about patent law, so I didn't raise my hand. And I look around, and every single person had their hand up. And I think he went around and like asked a number of people to say what they wanted to be, and cardiothoracic surgeon or like cardiologist.
At 18?
Yeah. And I was like, wow. They're like, wow, okay. And I just remember, and this is kind of like a tip for you guys if you're going from high school into undergrad. This worked for me. If you sit at the very front, those people will be pretty successful.
And why do you think that is?
We formed a study group like the first couple of days. Not something that I really continued to do, but at the very beginning it was really helpful to kind of keep each other on track because it's like a new amount of volume of knowledge to know. We all aced that class. Like everybody that was in that study group who was at the front of the class, we were competing to see who would get the highest grade at some point. And again, it's not like foolproof. I'm not saying that every person that sits at the front is going to do really well, but like it tends to be that the people who are trying to get the most out of it sit at the front.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Now there are going to be those dime a dozen like gyms all-stars. They're going to sit at the back and can figure everything out on their own. But a lot of times, especially when you're first starting out, if you can sit at the front, a lot of those people are going to try to do really well.
Okay.
Me, when I think back to my freshman year, first semester, the goal was just to be successful. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching that video. If you found it valuable, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
We're definitely going to closely look at those comments for any feedback. Also, follow us on Twitter, Instagram at Built for Medicine, and feel free to email us at builtformedicine@gmail.com.